Got some breaking news coming in right now. Shopian in India's Kashmir valley is on the boil. A third civilian hit by a bullet when the army opened fire on protesters has succumbed to his injuries. Over the weekend, 2 other young men had died of their injuries after the army allegedly opened fire on them. The Indian Army, on its part, claims that it was forced to open fire on civilians in self-defense as they pelted stones at a convoy and injured officers and soldiers. My colleague Khalid Shah joins us live from Srinagar for more on that story. Khalid, what are we hearing as far as these protests go? What is the army saying about this bullet injury that has claimed 1 more life?
Well, yes, indeed, the protest started right after the news of the death of this 19-year-old boy who succumbed to his injuries today at a hospital in Srinagar. Protests started in and around Shopian district, which has been shut down for about 8 days now after the encounter in which 1 terrorist was killed. And in the run-up to that encounter, we saw that incident of firing where 3 people were injured. 2 of them had earlier died and 1 of them was critical, who's passed away today and succumbed to his injuries. This whole incident started on a small flag which may be around 100 to 200 centimeters in the entire area of that flag. And when the army personnel were coming towards the area where the flag was raised, they objected to this flag. The locals say that they retaliated and they said that the flag cannot be removed. After which these clashes really started. There was added reinforcement brought in, and as per the claims of army that they got under very severe attack from the locals out there. They say that around 200 to 250 people really tried to lynch one of the junior commanding officers of the army.
Right.
And that's when they really retaliated and fired in self-defense.
What
Whereas
was
on
the
the other
flag
hand, the
of,
civilians
Khalid,
are
if I
saying
can ask
that
you?
Perhaps the army... well, it was a black flag which looks like an ISIS flag. We have seen these flags in and around Syria. We have seen these flags coming from various ISIS kind of propaganda. But the locals out there claim that it's the Islamic flag. There is some sort of a debate as far as the symbolism of this flag is concerned. ISIS has used this flag. Some people, some scholars say that this has been appropriated, but many people still consider it to be a traditional Islamic flag.
Sure.
But here, it does seem like the flag was indeed a provocation, because we've seen the symbolism attached to this flag is perhaps also linked to the Islamic State in Syria and Iraq.
One last question, Khalid. Has all of this taken on any sort of political tenor as well? How is the PDP reacting to the army's action in Shopian?
Well, there's a rift clearly between the alliance in Jammu and Kashmir. On one side is BJP, which has taken a tough stance, saying that there should be no probe against the army people, that the FIR in itself is uncalled for. On the other hand, the chief minister, which comes from People's Democratic Party, she has taken a tough stance, saying that there should be probe, and she has went on saying that there can be some black sheep in the army. This has in a sense polarized the debate, because the central government, the ministers of central government have also come in support of armed forces. But here on the ground, the PDP trying to why its vote bank. Remember, PDP is very dominant in the South Kashmir area, particularly Shopian. They want to why their vote bank. They want to make sure that they don't lose the votes. That's why they have gone ahead with this probe. But clearly in past, many such probes have been called for, but those probes have not really gone to the logical conclusion.
Sure.
This time the chief minister coming on record saying that the probe will go to the logical conclusion. We'll have to really wait and see what the fate of this probe will be, whether this will be similar to other probes which didn't really go anywhere, probes really to kind of assuage the public sentiment.